Health Autosuggestion using the state of least excitation. This is a free audiobook for people who have realized that watching reels about health is not good enough, because while watching reels, different topics come up and makes one disoriented. Did you know that Elon Musk has a screen time of 1 minute? This book includes all the health tips you can think about and learn about. This will be your all-in-one go-to audiobook for health. Now, why should you listen to this audiobook? The main reason is that it will be repeating some of the things that you already know and some of the things that you don't know, and it will remind you to be in the right direction in this fast-paced world. We all know so many strategies about health, like walking, infrared sauna, going to the gym, fasting, but we are not able to implement on most of these because we are busy and our mind keeps searching for new health strategies. We are not able to do the simple things that we can do easily because our mind works on FOMO, fear of missing out, and wants us to learn more strategies which are high level, and we are unable to do the basics. So this book will have all the strategies, high level and low level and basic. And the more you listen to it, the more your mind will get programmed to implement all the strategies like walking. Because whenever you listen to it, you will visualize about that particular strategy, like sauna removing toxins from your body and so on. So this book has been written in Napoleon Hill's style, the author of Think and Grow Rich. You know that if you have more veggies, more salads, eat less quantity of food in every meal, fast 16 hours, walk 10,000 steps, do a sauna once a week, do coconut oil pulling once a week, and other strategies like this, your health will be much better than what it is right now. But we are not able to do it because we are busy. Repetition is the key, and the more we repeat to ourselves, the more our brain gets conditioned to work on that particular topic. If you understand this, this is for you. Either you can download the video and listen to it whenever you have free time, like while walking, while cooking, while driving, and no need to listen to it every day. You can also listen to it twice a week or once a week, and the more you listen to it, the more you're going to practice these strategies. Whatsoever taught in reels is almost of no use, and the author has made sure that no strategy is missing from this audiobook, which you can find in any reel or any video or any podcast. The author has watched almost all videos by Joe Rogan, Dr. Rhonda Patrick, Dr. Robert Lustig, Dr. Peter Attia, Tim Ferriss, Deepak Chopra, Dave Asprey, Dr. Robert Kasser, Dr. Robert Young, and all other health experts. This audiobook contains advanced techniques and also simple techniques, which you can pick and choose and copy-paste from the written version of the book, and you can make your auto-suggestion about which you will be taught in the chapter in auto-suggestion, and you can listen to it repeatedly via your phone to ingrain it in your subconscious mind. And you will see that in the next 6 months to 2 years, you will be automatically inclined to do what you have been repeating to yourself, like having a sauna, playing badminton, drinking 4 liters of water every day, or cycling twice a week, or whatever it is that you have selected for yourself. The secret has been mentioned many times throughout this book in different ways. It will pop up to people who are ready to see it and are searching for it. So I will advise you, remember those days when you were sick, when you were in pain, when you had to visit ICU or seeing your relatives, and if there has been a death in your family or relatives, remember that and see how you felt when you were in that ICU trying to console your relative or family member, and you were wishing that if only he or she quit sugar, alcohol, worked out more, this could have been avoided. By remembering all these things in the past, you are getting a burning desire to make sure that you don't face any health challenges throughout your life because you are doing the basics right and avoiding most diseases by moving more and eating clean. So build your hunger and burning desire to learn the secret and then repeat it to yourself and then implement. In today's world, we all try to think ahead of what is happening in front of us. We try to predict what is going to happen next in the video or the movie. Don't do that while listening to this audiobook because it is laid out to be in a relaxed form, and your mind should be calm and relaxed so that the knowledge and wisdom in this book can enter your subconscious mind and influence you to do what needs to be done in the long term. A peculiar thing about The Secret is that those who once acquire and use it find themselves literally swept onto good health, but with little effort, and then never again submit to failure. If you doubt this, study the names of those who have used it whenever they have been mentioned. Check the records for yourself and be convinced. There is no such thing as something for nothing. The secret cannot be had without a price. Although the price is far less than the value, it cannot be had at any price. By those who are not intentionally searching for it, it cannot be given away. The secret serves equally well all who are ready for it. Your genes or your DNA has nothing to do with it. Our ancestors used to follow it naturally. How do I know these things and strategies? You should have the answer before you finish the book. While I was performing the 10-year task, I researched and analyzed well-known doctors and health experts. Here are their names: Joe Rogan, Dr. Mercola, Dr. Robert Kasser, Dr. Robert Greene, David Wolfe, Dave Asprey, Dr. Josh Axe, Dr. Eric Berg, Rhonda Patrick, Ben Greenfield, Dr. Robert Young, Dr. Peter Attia, Dr. Robert Lustig, Tony Robbins, Dr. John McDougall, Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn, Dr. Daniel Amen, Dr. Mark Gordon, Daniel Vitalis, Mark Sisson, Tim Ferriss. These names represent a small fraction of the hundreds of unknown and known health experts and doctors whose achievements prove that they do understand the secret to reach high levels of health. I have never known anyone who was inspired to use the secret and did not achieve good health. I have never known any person to distinguish himself or to attain good health, blood test reports, or better stamina and cognition without the possession of the secret. As far as WhatsApp University or Real REEL education or videos are concerned, all of these have very little power to heal and guide you. I'm not attempting to minimize the value of WhatsApp University or health-related videos, podcasts, but I'm trying to express my belief that those who master and practice the secret will reach high energy levels, get good health, and lead a healthier life on their terms, without falling prey to this, that, or the other fake doctor, even if they haven't watched the videos and podcasts on health. Let's go to Chapter 1, The Power of Thought and Repetition. Remember as you go through the ebook that it deals with facts and not fiction, its purpose being to convey a great universal truth through which all who are ready learn not only what to do, but also how to do it and receive as well the much-needed stimulus to make a start. As a final order of preparation before you begin the first chapter, may I offer one brief suggestion which may provide a clue by which the secret is recognized. All health, all good. Blood tests, all the decades without having to visit the doctor, have their beginning with your understanding that it's the simple things that you need to do consistently that count. Chapter 1, The Power of Thought and Repetition. We have all heard the word reps in the gym. Truly, repetition is king, not only for repeating in your mind what is it you are trying to do, but also while for walking or going to the gym or going to swim. The more the repetitions you have up your sleeves, the more chances that you will be healthy and disease-free in the long term. We have all seen videos that the athletes first visualize in their minds what they need to do, be it a javelin thrower, be it a sprinter. So visualization and repetition in the mind and repetition in the physical reality is the key to massive success when it comes to overcoming a disease or replenishing vital minerals by consuming more veggies. We all know that our favorite actors and actresses have at least 6 to 8 cups of veggies every day, boiled or raw, so understand this fact that repetition will do it for you. Truly, thoughts are things and powerful things at that when they are mixed with definite purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation into the physical reality. For the context of this book, we will try to use past, present, and future to influence your subconscious mind to make you do the right things that you know are good for your health in the long term, and spontaneously without any effort or any willpower. So remember from the past the painful experiences you have had in your body, or psychologically if you have visited the ICU for a relative or a family member, and then see the present that you have so much time, which can be invested in health, like going to the gym, going for a swim, playing badminton with your friends, or just sprint 10 minutes before lunchtime at your office. But all this valuable time is wasted, and when push comes to shove, and the doctors tell you that you have this and that disease, or you see that you're overweight, then you overthink and try to look for studies. You look for strategies on the internet, and then again, overthinking and overanalysis and getting into a vicious circle. Let's suppose that you have to overcome a chronic health problem. How will you approach to solve that problem? You will watch videos on it, read books on that particular topic, and then try to implement whatever you have learned. Let's suppose that particular disease is you are getting gout attacks. Let's take, for example, Tom is getting gout attack. So what will he do to get rid of gout attacks and reduce uric acid levels? After watching videos on YouTube, Tom assimilates the following points. Have alkaline water, drink 4 liters of water every day, eat 6 to 8 cups of veggies, avoid meat, dairy, and also learned that sugar, which has fructose, increases the uric acid levels. And also he learned that acidic food, like oily food and meat and dairy and sugar, increases uric acid. So now if he wants to implement these strategies, he will have to quit drinking alcohol, dairy, sugar, because sugar and alcohol are the same for the liver. This he has learned from Dr. Robert Lustig. Let's say now a person who has been having alcohol, sugar, meat, and dairy has to be immediately stop all of these if he wants to avoid the next gout attack. Let's suppose Tom stops having meat, dairy, sugar, oil, and has started to have green veggies, juices, and vegetable salads twice a day. After 6 months, again gets a gout attack. Is this something that you can relate to? Do you see in your family and other people are suffering from diseases doing and taking so much of action and still suffering from the chronic disease? This will give you the exact formula to solve 99% of the diseases out there because, in this case, there is no need to eliminate meat and dairy because they are protein. And protein doesn't increase uric acid. It is the sugar, alcohol, and coffee which increase the uric acid. Also, eating large quantities at one meal can put pressure to the kidneys, and the kidneys are unable to excrete uric acid easily. As I told you, this book has facts that are not fiction. Take the example of a patient with high blood pressure. He goes to YouTube and watches his videos. This is what he will assimilate. Don't have too much salt. Take your medicines regularly. Don't have too much meat and other points. But the truth is, to reduce the high BP in the long term, you need to have vitamin K2, which will mobilize the calcium from the bloodstream into the bones, and wherever it's needed, potassium citrate, nitric oxide in the form of beet juice, or a citrulline malate supplement. This immediately reduces the BP in case of patients having high BP panic attack. Also, these 2 examples I'm sharing with you in the first chapter itself shows that this book is powerful. Problems like having gout attacks or having high BP come up because people have been doing the wrong things for a long time, like 5 years. Having too much sugar destroys the kidneys and other processes in the body. Life is strange, and often both the successes and the failures have their roots in simple experiences. The person who solved his problem by eating more meat and eliminating fructose and alcohol from his diet was persistent in his research, even though he was getting attacked after 23 years. He solved this problem by being persistent and having a burning desire to solve this problem because the pain of the gout was excruciating. Therefore, 2 simple strategies, eating meat and eliminating fructose and alcohol, solved his chronic gout attacks. He found the lesson life had taught him. He can also help us because he has gone through that problem and he knows the truth about solving gout attacks. This can work for everyone and anybody throughout the world. Where and how can you learn the art of converting defeat? Remember, as you read the answer, you may be seeking to the questions which have caused you to ponder over the strangeness of life, may be found in your mind because of your past experiences of what you have eaten, what you have not eaten, how you have exercised. They can help you. One idea is all, that one needs to achieve good health. The principle described in this book contains the best and the most practical of all that is known concerning ways and means of creating useful ideas with the knowledge you already have. Before we go any further in your approach to the description of these principles, we believe that you are entitled to receive this important suggestion. When health begins to become right, you become good-looking, attractive person so quickly and in such great fashion that one wonders where this health and good energy level had been hiding during all those years. This is an astounding statement, and all the more so when we take into consideration the belief that health only comes to those who are working hard for it. When you begin to use autosuggestion for health, you will observe that good health begins with a state of mind, with definiteness of purpose, with little or no hard work. I have spent 10 years in research, analyzing more than 100 people because I wanted to know how healthy become healthy. Observe very closely as soon as you master the principle of this philosophy and begin to follow the instructions for applying those principles. Your health will begin to improve. Think it's impossible? Not at all. One of the main weaknesses of mankind is the average man's familiarity with the word impossible. He knows all the rules that will not work. He knows all the things that cannot be done. This book was written for those who see the rules and which have made others healthy and are willing to take stake everything on those rules and strategies. Success comes to those who become success. Conscious failure comes to those who indifferently allow themselves to become failure conscious. The object of this book is to help all who seek it to learn the art of changing their minds from health failure consciousness to health success consciousness. Another weakness is found in altogether. Too many people is the habit of measuring everything and everyone by their impressions and beliefs. Some who will read this will briefly believe that nobody can find good health by health suggestion. They cannot think in terms of being healthy because their thought habits have been of eating junk food, sleeping during the day, overthinking, and watching reels. If Tom had listened to the masses, he would have started uric acid lowering medication. He would have quit having meat and dairy because it has protein, and still his gout attack wouldn't have stopped. So one thing that we can learn from Tom that he didn't give up. He knew that he can find the answer, and we must understand that the body is within the physical reality and it works within the physical realm. So if you understand the working of the liver, kidneys, heart and brain, etc., we can understand and solve any problem. So this book will educate you to learn most of the things so that you can solve any health problem by yourself if you keep experimenting and notice what works, and if you're persistent. Simon Sinek has been teaching us the power of why. So if I may ask you, why do you want good health as you think about this list? Go to chapter number 2, Desire the Why. Chapter 2, Desire the Why. Why do you want a better blood test? Why do you want those old clothes to fit you? Why do you want to have more energy? What's the purpose of your health-based desire? Why do you want health? Can't you keep on going through life the way you're already doing, with average health or bad health, aches and pains, constant visits to the doctor, and having medicines on time? Only proceed if your why is clear, like for somebody it can be. I want good health so that I can serve others better at my job and my business, and I also want to serve my family. I want more energy, more time and presence of mind so that my health is intact. So first, form the mental picture in your mind. Why is it that you want good health? Every human being who reaches the age of understanding health wishes for it. Wishing will not bring good health, but desiring good health with the state of mind that good health becomes an obsession, then planning definite ways and means to acquire that health and backing those plans with persistence, which does not recognize failure. The method by which desire for health can be transmuted into its physical equivalent consists of 6 definite practical steps. First, fixed in your mind the exact weight you want your body to be. It is not sufficient to say, I want to be fit, be definite as to the weight. There is a psychological reason for definiteness, which will be explained later. Second, determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the health you are desiring. There is no such thing as something for nothing. Third, establish a date when you intend to possess the body weight or the good blood test report. Fourth, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire, and whether you are ready for it or not, put this plan into action. Fifth, write out a clear, concise statement of the blood test or weight you intend to acquire. Name the time limit for its acquisition. State what you intend to do in return for the good health and explain clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. Sixth, read your written statement aloud twice daily, once just before sleeping and once after waking up in the morning. And as you read, see, and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the health you desire, you must follow the instructions described in the 6 steps. You must observe and follow the instructions in the 6th paragraph. You may complain that you can't see yourself having the health desire before actually having it. Your why or desire will come to your help if you truly desire health. If your desire is an obsession, you will have no difficulty in convincing yourself that you will make it happen. The object is to want health and to become someone who is determined to have it. You convince yourself that you will have it. Only those who become health conscious ever get healthy. Health consciousness means that the mind has become so thoroughly saturated with a desire for good health that one can see oneself already in having good health in good blood reports and high energy levels. The steps call for no hard work. They call for no sacrifice. They do not require one to become ridiculously hardworking. To apply them calls for no great amount of education. But the successful application of the 6 steps does call for sufficient imagination. To be able to see and understand that the achievement of health cannot be left to chance, one must realize that all who have good health first did a certain amount of dreaming, hoping, wishing, desiring, and planning before they implemented the strategies for health. We all have seen the Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, where they visualize and then work towards the goal. Just imagine the people who are addicted to social media, sugar, or any other addiction can't even read a book. If you are one of them, it's high time that you get rid of that addiction, not by willpower or sacrifice, but by understanding that you are using a brain which was meant for the jungles. The brain works on survival instincts, understand this, and your dopamine rush addictions will go away. Sugar makes one happy because in the jungles, our ancestors didn't have food to eat on all 7 days of the week. So whenever they got honey or anything else sweet, by the way, I can think of anything else apart from honey, because fruits like berries are not that sweet, and fruits like banana and tomatoes were not as sweet as today's genetically modified fruits. Yes, humans have domesticated not only cows and goats, but also fruits to make them more sweet so that they sell more. Using your brain's habit to make you happy if you have anything sweet. Just look around and see the bakery shops selling sugar mixed with refined flour, in a nutshell, are selling expensive products and healthy oils like avocado oil, which are also expensive but not expensive compared to sugar, and refined flour items are not selling that much. Also, natural sugars are bad because if you drink fruit juices for a long time, you will get fatty liver, because fructose and alcohol do the same thing when they reach the liver. They produce triglycerides. Don't fall for the sugar in fruits. As mentioned, these fruits are genetically modified and made extra sweet so that they sell more. Catch the spirit of the great pioneers of the past, whose inspiration we have all been seeing, like, for example, Schwarzenegger or The Rock. The spirit which serves as the lifeblood of our health journey. Think of the great like Muhammad Ali, Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bruce Lee. Awake, rise, and assert yourself. This is the right time for you to do and implement whatever you know already. The simple things that you can do for health, like walking, sprinting. You can go to the gym twice a week because most of the other people are busy watching videos and reels. You can easily stay ahead of the masses by doing simple things that nobody else is doing. Dreams are not born of indifference, laziness, or lack of ambition. And also, no need to share your health dreams with anybody. Just keep it with you and keep working on it. Remember that all who succeeded in getting good health don't get off to a great start. Some get up to a great start, some get to a good start, and some might get a bad start. But they all started. The secret is to start and burn all the bridges by quitting sugar, alcohol, and junk food. No ordering food from outside. You must decide and start action from today itself. Even if you don't finish the ebook today, start doing things as Tony Robbins says, which makes sure your decision comes into physical reality by taking massive action. It is the cure-all. Chapter 3, Faith in Yourself, that you deserve good health. Faith is the main thing, and let's keep the main thing. The main thing, as Bob Proctor said. I will quote Napoleon Hill, sir. Now, when faith is 100% blended with the vibration of thought, the subconscious mind instantly picks up the vibration, translates it into spiritual equivalent, and transmits it into infinite intelligence, as in the case of prayer. How to develop faith? There comes now a statement which will give a better understanding of the importance of the principle of health autosuggestion in the conversion of your health desire into its physical equivalent. Namely, faith is a state of mind which may be induced or created by affirmation or repeated instructions to the subconscious mind through the principle of autosuggestion. The method by which one may develop faith where it doesn't already exist is extremely difficult to define, almost as difficult, in fact, as it would be to define the color of red to a blind man who has never seen color and has nothing with which to compare what you describe to him. Faith, the state of mind which you may develop at will, because it is a state of mind which develops voluntarily through application and use of these principles. Repetition of affirmation of orders to your subconscious mind is the only known method of voluntary developing faith. Any impulse of thought, which is repeatedly passed on the subconscious mind, is finally accepted and acted upon by the subconscious mind, which proceeds to translate that impulse into its physical equivalent by the most practical procedure available, which would mean the health strategies shared in this book, which you will have to implement. Consider the statement, all thoughts which have been emotionalized, that is given feeling and mixed with faith, begin immediately to translate themselves into their physical counterpart. The emotions or the feeling portion of the thoughts are the factors which give thoughts life and action. Not only thought impulses which have been mixed with faith, but those which have been mixed with any of the positive emotions or any of the negative emotions may reach and influence the subconscious mind. From this statement, you will understand that the subconscious mind will translate into its physical equivalent. It will act on thought impulse of negative or destructive nature just as readily as it will act upon the impulse of a positive or constructive nature. This accounts for the strange phenomena why so many millions of people experience what is referred to as misfortune or bad luck. So here we must make sure that we don't think against our health by visualizing to order from online platforms or thinking of sweets and chocolates and ice creams. This will be harmful to our health and deplete our power to take action on the things we need to do, like 10,000 steps daily, gym twice a week, etc. Billions of people believe themselves to be too unhealthy because of some strange force over which they believe they have no control. They are creators of their misfortune because of this negative belief, which is picked up by the subconscious and translated to its physical equivalent. This is an appropriate place to suggest that again you may benefit by passing on to the subconscious mind any health desire that you wish is translated into a physical equivalent in a state of expectancy or belief that the conversion will take place. Your belief or faith is the element that determines the action of your subconscious mind. There is nothing to hinder you from deceiving your subconscious mind when giving it instructions through autosuggestion to make this deceit more realistic. Think of yourself as if you already were in possession of the health, which you were demanding when you call upon your subconscious mind. Remember, keep this to yourself. No need to show your friends or family that you are healthy and your blood tests are normal. The subconscious mind will transmute into its physical equivalent by the most direct practical media available. Any order which is given to it in the state of belief or faith. Repetition is the key. Remember, you have to mix faith in your health autosuggestion. Results don't come by merely reading instructions. Let's talk about faith a bit more, and while we do so, please don't think that the section is for people who are sick and need motivation and faith to get healed. People have been struggling to have faith, but they do have faith in this, that are the other dogma, and people have not been taught how to have faith. They're not been told that faith is a state of mind, and that it may be induced by self-suggestion in a language which a normal human being can understand. We will describe all that is known about the principle through which faith may be developed. Where it is, it doesn't exist. Have faith in yourself, have faith in the infinite. Before we begin, you should be reminded again that faith is the eternal exhale that gives life power and action to the impulse of thought. The foregoing statement is worth reading a second time and a third, and it's worth reading aloud. Faith is the basis of all miracles and all mysteries that cannot be analyzed by the rules of science. Faith is the only antidote for disease. Faith is the chemical element which, when mixed with prayer, gives one direct communication with infinite intelligence. Faith is the element that transforms the ordinary vibration of thought created by the finite mind of man into the spiritual equivalent. Faith is the only agency through which the cosmic force of infinite intelligence can be harnessed by man. All of the above statements can be proved, and the proof is simple and easily demonstrated. It is wrapped up in the principle of health autosuggestion. Let's center our attention upon the subject of health autosuggestion and find out what it is and what it is capable of achieving. It is a well-known fact that one comes finally to believe whatever one repeats to oneself, whether the statement be true or false. If a man repeats a lie over and over, he eventually accepts the lie as the truth. He will believe it to be the truth. Every man is what he is because of the dominating thoughts which he permits to occupy his mind, thoughts which a man deliberately puts in his mind and encourages, with sympathy and with which he mixes one or more of the emotions, constitute the motivating forces which direct and control his every movement and action. Thoughts which are mixed with any of the feelings of emotions constitute a magnetic force which attracts from the vibration of the ether other similar or related thoughts. The ether is a great cosmic mass of eternal force of vibration. It is made up of both destructive vibrations and constructive vibrations. It carries at all times vibrations of fear, disease, failure, and misery, and vibrations of high energy levels, health, and happiness. We are what we are because of the vibrations of thoughts which we pick up through the stimuli of our daily environment. And when you begin to build your own life to order, taking inventory of your mental assets and liabilities, you discover that your greatest weakness is lack of self-confidence. The handicap can be translated into courage through the aid of the principle of autosuggestion. The application of this principle may be made through making a list of things to do for health in writing, the memorizing it, and repeat it until they become part of the working equipment of the subconscious faculty of your mind. Self-confidence. Formula. First, I know that I can achieve the object of my definite purpose in health. Therefore, I ask of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and here and now, I promise to take such action. Second, I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 15 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person I intend to become, making in my mind a clear mental picture of that person. Third, I know through the principle of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek expression through some practical means of obtaining the object back of it. Fourth, I have written down a description of my definite chief health desire in life, and I will never stop trying until I shall have sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Fifth, I fully realize that no health or better blood reports can last long unless built upon founding principles of the body. Therefore, I will engage in no eating or drinking which will not benefit my body. I will succeed and attract good health by having more veggies, the good lean meats, and healthy food. The cooperation of the people around me will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve with them. I will eliminate hatred, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity because I know that a negative attitude can never bring me the success, peace of mind, and positive thoughts required for healing and good health. I will cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and myself. At the back of this formula is a law of nature that no one has yet been able to explain. It has baffled the scientists of all ages. Psychologists have named the law of autosuggestion. The name doesn't count. The thing is that it works for the glory and success of mankind. If it is used constructively, on the other hand, if used destructively, it will destroy just as readily. In the statement can be found a very significant truth, namely that those who go down in bad health, misery, and diseases do so because of the negative application of the principle of autosuggestion. We know that there are placebos. That means the patient is not sick, but making himself sick by thinking about that particular disease. So the placebo medicine trials we have all heard about cure the patient because the patient thinks that he is receiving a high dose of good medicine, and the disease he was suffering was a chronic disease. So that is how important this self-confidence and guiding your subconscious mind thing is. Hundreds of trillion cells in your body are waiting for your instructions. If you feel afraid, they feel afraid. If you feel at ease, they feel at ease. And at ease means the opposite of disease. If you fill your mind with fear, doubt, and in your ability to connect and use the forces of infinite intelligence, the law of autosuggestion will take the spirit of unbelief and use it as a pattern by which your subconscious will translate it into its physical equivalent. This statement is as true as the statement that 2 and 2 are 4. Like the wind carries one ship east and the west, the law of autosuggestion will lift you or pull you down according to the way you set your sails of thought. So it is very important that you stop watching violent videos on the net, either knowingly or unknowingly, and remove fear from your psyche by knowing that you are doing the best. You can start implementing simple strategies like coconut oil pulling once a week or making sure there are no microplastics in your food by removing plastic cutting boards and replacing them with wooden cutting or chopping boards and using ceramic knives instead of steel knives because steel knives leave ions in your food. For now, leave the strategies and just focus on your mindset. And I know that you might be feeling that there is a lot of repetition of mindset and state of mind and belief system and paradigm. But this is crucial if you want to achieve the health you desire for the rest of your life. This is not a small task we are trying to accomplish. This is a huge task. We will be solving your health problems for the rest of your life. I don't know which generation you are from, Gen X, Millennial, or Gen Z, but I know that you love or loved your parents and you can be fit and healthier for them because your mom would like you to be fit. Your spouse would also want you to be fit and having more energy and having better blood reports and being healthy. So if you are a person who is not selfish and who doesn't want to focus on yourself, do it for your family. Your kids would want you to be happy. Most of the people are destroying their DNA and genes by eating junk food and doing bad things to their health like smoking, drinking alcohol, so you must decide. You won't be one of them and give your children good genes and good health. Attain generational health by reading this book will help you in doing so. But your mindset should be clear and you should be confident in yourself. That you will be able to do it without using willpower because you understand the principles of the body. Most people tell their kids what to do, but they don't tell them why they have to do it. People who teach you about something don't let you know why you need to do whatever you are doing, like walking 10,000 steps. Why do you need to walk 10,000 steps every day? It is because of the blood circulation. Once I was starting to get a cold, and I went to a park and walked around 15 kilometers, and my cold was gone that very evening without any medication. So the blood circulation part is often understated. Now again, don't go into the thermodynamics of the circulation and walk 10,000 step strategy because strategies are useless, as Tony Robbins says. It's only 20% strategies and 80% mindset if you want to have massive success. It is a good place to mention that you must make sure that you don't compare yourself to anybody else. Comparison leads to drainage of energy because if you compare yourself to say to anyone, you will feel inferior and this will deplete your energy to work towards your health goal. So make sure you don't compare yourself with anybody else. Instead, compare yourself to yourself. Like compare yourself to the person you were 1 month back and keep doing this and keep working on yourself and becoming a better person every month. Evaluate yourself that if you are getting better blood tests, if your stamina is increasing, is your skin getting better, etc. So to conclude this chapter, make sure that your health goal is doable and that you have enough confidence in yourself that you will make it happen by understanding the principles of the body, liver, kidneys, and the blood flow, and the blood circulation, and you understand that you will not entertain any thoughts that will deplete your energy and cause you to overthink to look for more strategies for health, and you will be devoted to the simple little things that you have to do either every day, weekly, or monthly. Chapter 4, Health Autosuggestion, the medium for influencing the subconscious mind. Autosuggestion is a term which applies to all suggestions and all self-administered stimuli which reach one's mind through the 5 senses stated. In another way, autosuggestion is self-suggestion. It is the agency of communication between that part of the mind where conscious thought takes place and that which serves as the seat for action for the subconscious mind. The dominating thoughts which one permits to remain in the conscious mind, whether these thoughts be negative or positive material, the principle of autosuggestion voluntarily reaches the subconscious mind and influences it with these thoughts. No thought, whether it is negative or positive, can the subconscious mind without the aid of the principle of autosuggestion, with the exception of thoughts picked up from the ether. Stated differently, all sense impressions which are perceived through the 5 senses as stopped by the conscious thinking mind and may be either passed on the subconscious mind or rejected at will. The conscious faculty, so therefore as an out of guard to the approach of the subconscious. Nature has such build man that he has absolute control over the material which reaches a subconscious mind through his 5 senses. Although this is not meant to be construed as a statement that man always exercises control. In the great majority of cases, he does not exercise it, which is why so many people go through life with diseases and misery and pain and suffering. Recall what has been said about the subconscious mind resembling a fertile spot in which weeds will grow in abundance if the seeds of more desirable crops are not sown. Therein, health autosuggestion is the agency of control through which an individual may voluntarily feed his subconscious mind on thoughts of creative nature or by neglect, permit thoughts of destructive nature to find their way into this rich garden of the mind. For example, creative nature thoughts would mean getting a body massage done once a week, sleeping early at 9 p.m., having dinner at 6:30 p.m., brushing your teeth before you go to sleep, etc. And destructive nature thoughts would mean eating a sweet dish after a meal, having fruits at night, buying packaged biscuits or chips, which say that they are sugar-free, and watching videos or on sweets, and how sweet are prepared and scrolling through online ordering platforms, which deliver junk food to your home. You were instructed in the last of the 6 steps described in the chapter on desire to read aloud twice daily. The written statement of your desire for health and to see and feel yourself already have the good health. By following these instructions, you communicate the object of your desire directly to your subconscious mind. In a spirit of absolute faith through repetition of this procedure, you voluntarily create thought habits which are favorable to your efforts to transmute desire into its physical equivalent. Remember, therefore, and reading aloud the statement of your desire through which you are endeavoring to develop health consciousness, that the mere reading of the words are of no use, unless you mix emotion or feeling with your words. If you repeat 1,000,000 times a famous formula, day by day, in every way I'm getting better and better, without mixing emotion and faith with your words, you will experience no desirable results. Your subconscious mind recognizes and acts upon only thoughts which have been well mixed with emotion or feeling. This is a fact of such importance and needs repetition, because the lack of understanding of this is the main reason why majority of people to try to apply the principle of health autosuggestion and get no desirable results. Plain and unemotional words don't influence subconscious mind. You will get no appreciable results until you learn to reach your subconscious mind with thoughts or spoken words which have been emotionalized with belief. Do not become discouraged if you cannot control and direct emotions for the first time when you try to do so. Remember that there is no such possibility as something for nothing. Ability to reach and influence your subconscious mind has a price, and you must pay that price. You cannot cheat even if you decide to do so. The price of ability to influence your subconscious mind is everlasting persistence in applying the principles described here. You cannot develop desirability for a lower price. You and you alone must decide whether or not the reward is worth it. Health consciousness is worth the price. You must pay for it in effort. Wisdom and cleverness alone will not attract and retain health, except in a few rare instances where the law of averages favors the attraction of health through the sources. The method of generating generation health described here does not depend on the law of averages. Moreover, the method plays no favorites. It will work for one person as effectively as it will work for another. Where failure is experienced, it is the individual, not the method, which has failed. If you try and fail, make another effort, and still another until you succeed. Your ability to use the principle of autosuggestion will depend very largely upon your capacity to concentrate upon a given desire until that desire becomes a burning obsession. When you begin to carry out instructions in connection with the 6 steps described in the 2nd chapter, it will be necessary for you to make use of the principle of concentration. Let us here offer suggestions for the effective use of concentration when you begin to carry out the first of the 6 steps, which instructs you to fix in your mind the exact weight or your blood report of your health desire. Hold your thoughts on that blood report or weight you desire by concentration or fixation of attention with your eyes closed until you can see the physical appearance of that. Do this every day before sleeping or after waking up, whenever you have no one around you to disturb you. As you go through these exercises, follow the instructions given in the chapter on faith and see yourself in possession of the health. Here is the most significant fact. The subconscious mind takes any orders given to it in a spirit of absolute faith and act upon these orders, although the orders often have to be presented over and over again through repetition before they are interpreted by the subconscious. Consider the possibility of playing a legitimate trick on your subconscious mind by making it believe that because you believe it, You must have the health you are desiring and visualizing, that is, health is already yours. And the subconscious mind must hand over to you a practical plan for acquiring that health. Hand over the thoughts suggested in the preceding paragraph to your imagination and see what your imagination can do or will do to create a practical plan for the generation of this generational health. Do not wait for a definite plan through which you intend to do more physical activity like walking, going to the gym in return for the health you are visualizing, but begin once to see yourself in possession of the health demanding and expecting. Meanwhile, that your subconscious mind will hand over the plan that you need. Be on the alert for these plans, and when they appear, put them into action immediately. When the plans appear, they will probably flash into your mind through the sixth sense in the form of inspiration. This inspiration may be considered a direct telegram or a message from infinite intelligence. Treat it with respect and act upon it as soon as you receive it. Failure to do so will be fatal to your success. In the fourth of the 6 steps, you were instructed to create a definite plan for carrying out your health desire. To put this plan into action, you should follow these instructions in the manner described in the preceding paragraph. Do not trust your reason while creating your plan for accumulating this health. Your reason is faulty. Moreover, your reasoning faculty may be lazy, and if you depend entirely upon it to serve you, it may disappoint you. When visualizing the health you intend to have with the see yourself doing the work like going to the gym, sweating in the sauna, drinking lemon ACV water, and other things that you are intending to do to get this health. This is important. The fact that you're reading this book is an indication that you are seeking knowledge. It is also an indication that you are a student of health tools and strategies. If you're only a student, there is a chance that you will learn much that you did not know, but you will learn only by assuming that an attitude of humility. Follow some of the instructions, but neglect or refuse to follow others, and you will fail to get satisfactory results. You must follow all the instructions in a spirit of faith. The instructions given in connection with the 6 steps in the 2nd chapter will now be summarized and blended with the principles covered in this chapter. First, go into some quiet spot, preferably in bed at night, where you will not be disturbed or interrupted. Close your eyes and repeat aloud so you may hear your own words. The written statement of the weight you desire, and the blood test reports, the time limit for its achievement, and a description of the work or exercises you intend to do in the return of that health result. And while doing so, carry out these instructions. See yourself already have that blood report, or that weight, or that good looks, for examples. Suppose that you intend that your weight be 75 kilograms, and your blood test comprehensive blood test report should be in the higher range, like 90% of the range of every marker from testosterone to a HGH, vitamin D3 to zinc, and you are a fit and happy person with glowing skin and energy. Now, your statement of your purpose should be similar to the following. By the 1st day of January, 2027, I will have in my hand my blood report, which will say and show me that all the markers are in the 90 percentile, everything is in range and good, and my weight is 75 kilograms. My weight will be 75 kilograms. I will be good looking from all angles. I will have good hair, radiating skin, and a lot of energy. In return for this good health, I will make health my #1 priority, and I will put in the effort and time and enjoy the process. I will go to the gym twice a week. I will walk 10,000 steps every day. I will take a cold shower. I will use a toothpaste with activated charcoal without fluoride. I will sleep on the earthing pad. I will take supplements like vitamin D, B12K2, selenium oil, magnesium niacin, and citrulline malate. I will sprint twice a week. I will jog twice a month. I will do an infrared sauna twice a week, and others. I believe that I will have this health in mind. My faith is so strong that I can now see having this kind of health. I can touch my muscles with my hands, and in the proportion that I work hard in the gym and work 10,000 steps every day and do other things right, I am awaiting a plan by wish to attain this health, and I will follow this plan when it is received. Second, repeat this program night and morning until you can see in your imagination the health you want. Third, place a copy of your statement where you see night and morning and read it just before going to sleep and just after waking up until it has been memorized. Remember as you carry out these instructions that you are applying the principle of health autosuggestion for the purposes of giving orders to your subconscious mind. Remember also that your subconscious mind will act only upon thoughts which are emotionalized and handed over to it with a feeling. Faith is the strongest and most productive of the emotions. Follow the instructions given on the chapter on faith. These instructions may at first feel abstract. Do not let this disturb you. Follow the instructions no matter how abstract or impractical they may first appear to be. The time will soon come if you do as you have been instructed in spirit, as well as in act, when a new universe of power will unfold to you. If you follow the instructions, outline your skepticism was soon replaced by belief, and this in turn will soon become crystallized into absolute faith. Then you will have arrived at the point where you may truly say, I am the master of my fate and captain of my soul. Many philosophers have made the statement that man is the master of his own earthly destiny, but most of them have failed to say why. He is the master. The reason that man may be the master of his own earthly status and health, and especially his energy levels, is thoroughly explained in this chapter. Man may become the master of himself because he has the power to influence his subconscious mind and, through it, gain the cooperation of infinite intelligence. You are now reading the chapter that presents the keystone to the arc of this philosophy. The instructions contained here must be understood and applied with persistence if you want to succeed in converting your desire for good health. The actual performance of converting desire into good health involves the use of autosuggestion as an agency by which one may reach and influence the subconscious mind. The other principles are simply tools and strategies with which to apply health autosuggestion. Keep this thought in mind, and you will at all times be conscious of the important part of the principle of health. Autosuggestion is to play in your effort to complete or attain the health you want through the methods described in this book. Carry out these instructions as though you are a little child. Inject into your effort something of the faith of a child. The author has been most careful to see that no impractical instructions were included because of a sincere desire to be helpful. After you have read the entire book, come back to this chapter and follow in spirit and in action. This instruction: read the entire chapter aloud once every night until you become fully convinced that the principle of health autosuggestion is sound and that it will accomplish for you all that has been claimed for it. As you read and follow the instruction to the letter, it will open the way for a complete understanding and mastery of the principle of success in health. Before we get into the tools and strategies, let's warm you up with a few inspirational sentences. The Ultimate Health Mastery Guide. Proven tools and strategies for peak vitality and discipline. Harness the power of discipline for supreme health. Napoleon Hill famously declared, "Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve." This guide is not a collection of fleeting health tips. It is a master plan rooted in discipline, action, and unwavering belief. These timeless strategies will serve as your compass toward vitality, longevity, and peak performance. Imagine listening to these principles daily, embedding them into your subconscious as you walk, work, or rest. This is your invitation to master the habits that lead to lifelong health. How to 10x your output. How to use dispassion in your favor to correct your own mistakes. It's deep knowledge compressed into actionable pieces. It's all the top tools you can use right now. Also, let's find out our unconscious patterns which are harming us directly and indirectly. There are things you need to know and act on over a sustained period of time in order to get a rich life. Let's be even more conscious. You and I are both going to be here 20 years later. Actionable info for hustlers with self-awareness. Only for people who work hard and don't want to suffer and enjoy more in the long term. Do you feel every major problem has one major cause? Example: obesity equals sugar, because the mind has a clever way of fooling us by showing that there are many factors to consider to solve one problem. Sometimes a problem has only one reason. Why is it that people fall sick even after knowing all the things they see and hear about in videos, etc.? The answer could be they do not get proper nutrition and are stuffing their cells with toxins like yeast, mold, fungus, aluminum, mercury, etc. It's human nature to go for the fun thing now and then face the consequences later on in life. Basically, suffer. And then there is misinformation, like tomato seeds cause kidney stones. People think roti and fruits are good. Please surrender 100% and become a learning machine by knowing that you don't know it all, and there is always room for improvement, and become humble and be flexible. We know that you would not like to agree to the following, but what if all of them are true in reality? Meaning, could it be that what you were thinking all this time is wrong, and the following mentioned points are right? In health, 90% things are black and white, since we all have one liver, one heart, in the same body, and in some things we are different like body types, etc. Acceptance is the biggest gift you can give to yourself right now as you start reading these points. Let's start. Sleep is the biggest free asset you can tap into for detox and reducing inflammation. Because when we are awake, we think too much, and we don't leave enough energy for our body to use for cleaning, etc. Whatever happens, sleep for 9 hours at least every night, because you cannot do anything to change anything if your sleep is messed up, because the next day you won't be able to fight challenges as hard because you will lack clarity of thinking. Anyways, when the sun explodes after around 4,000 years, all our acts will be irrelevant. So just relax. So don't let massive action and strategizing for the next 10 years of your life come in the middle of your sleep. Sleep on the earthing pad because antioxidants donate one free electron in them to free radicals which are positively charged. When you are grounded, you get free electrons from Mother Earth. Reduce inflammation, get loaded with antioxidants, or have blueberries and other berries for antioxidants. Even Deepak Chopra promotes earthing. Sleep naked because your skin breathes. It's the largest organ of your body and helps remove toxins via sweat. We can't be naked at work and in the house in the day. So, the least we can do is sleep naked. Use a tent mosquito net while sleeping naked on the earthing pad because you don't want any insects biting you if your house is not mosquito and dust proof. While sleeping naked on the earthing pad in the mosquito tent, do not use a pillow, instead use your hand as a pillow, because when we use pillows it's unnatural for our spine and necks. 99% neck and back pains are because of pillows, because the alignment between the neck and backbone is off. While sleeping naked on the earthing pad, place the earthing pad below your hand, which you are using as a pillow because it's better to avoid the synthetic materials like polyester, viscose, etc. near your head for 8+ hours. Also, do not use a bed because our ancestors slept on the floor. Now, since we are all spoiled, we can't ask you to sleep without a mattress on the floor, but we can ask you for using a mattress without any springs, because the springs act as EMF savers, and the energy level is not good around the magnetic field of the mattress. Instead, use a foam-based mattress or use creativity for better options. There must be better options than foam, which also is made from synthetic materials. Just before sleeping, start meditating, meaning just observe your breath, because this will deactivate your mind for better sound sleep. If you cannot turn off your mind, drink ACV with little honey before sleeping. We hate sugar, by the way, but we believe in uncorrelated investments for health, so we try to avoid extreme ideologies. Honey has polysaccharides which help in the DNA creation, etc. Also, take a good chemical-free green tea like chamomile tea. Or if you have a sauna at home, take a sauna and then take ACV and honey and green tea before you sleep. If you still can't turn off your monkey mind, which is in the past or future, sit up and start taking deep breaths, because this gives oxygen to the prefrontal cortex and makes the reptilian brain shut down. Once in a month, sleep inverted, meaning keep your legs elevated by placing them on a wall beside your bed, because better blood flow to the brain means better sleep, better cleaning of the brain. You can also do this if you need to get up early the next day. This will basically fasten your cleaning process in your limited sleep. That's why bats sleep inverted. And that's why in yoga we have Shirshasana, which brings the energy of the lower body to the brain, basically helping in transferring sex energy to the brain or mind. Learning from the above point, keep 1 to 2 pillows underneath your mattress, which has no springs in it, so that your legs are a bit elevated, increasing blood flow to the brain. While sleeping, your head must be in the east and feet towards the west, because the earth has its electromagnetic field, and in ancient teachings it's mentioned to keep head towards east, because if you keep head towards the north, The iron in your blood will be disturbed because the Earth's electromagnetic fields will pull the iron towards your brain, giving you unwanted dreams, etc. Don't you feel the above 13 points on sleep are based on logic and following them would mean following the basics? If yes, here is the summary. After taking a far infrared sauna, have ACV and honey, of course, add water, coconut water to it, and then after 30 minutes have chamomile or some other great green tea, and then start meditating. Observe your breath as you lie down naked using your hand as a pillow, which is placed on the earthing pad, which is in a mosquito net tent, which is on a mattress made out of foam without the bed, and 2 to 3 pillows are placed below the mattress so that the blood flows towards your brain and your head is towards the east for avoiding iron misflow. If you do eat breakfast, eat a protein-rich breakfast to gain muscle and lose fat because not much insulin is released when you eat protein compared to carbs. People think that enzymes are the fountain of youth because they improve digestion, but most people don't know that if they lack minerals like zinc, manganese, copper, etc., these enzymes cannot function. So get your minerals checked and optimize them by supplementation or by superfoods. Next, why exactly sugar is the culprit. Sugar means 1 fructose and 1 glucose, and this means the sugar we refer to, like sugar in potato or sweet potato, is actually only glucose and no fructose, because fructose is fruits. Glucose, if taken in limited quantities, is not harmful, but fructose is deadly because fructose creates triglycerides, which means fat in the blood, which normally shows up in the test tubes of blood samples with high triglycerides. Alcohol and fructose are similar compounds and both after entering the liver create triglycerides. High triglycerides may cause high blood pressure, heart attacks, and strokes, etc. Next, liver. When excess glucose enters the liver has to make bad cholesterol from it. So if anyone wants to lower LDL, he must stop carbs for a while, and then for certain the LDL will drop. We are 100% sure that glucose is the cause of high LDL. And secondly, when fructose or alcohol enters the liver, it has to make triglycerides. One more thing, if anyone is consuming carb along with fats, then also he will have high triglycerides. So if anyone wants to bring down triglycerides, he has to stop, not limit, stop. Because moderation kills, stop fructose, alcohol, and eating fats along with carbs in the same meal. And with logic and by understanding the logic, you can accomplish this result. Watch videos on YouTube for more clarity, because clarity is power. By the way, the cure for diabetes and thyroid is liver empowerment by lowering bad estrogens by eating cooked beetroots and beet juice. The liver makes IGF for using the glycogen, stored glucose, to stabilize sugar levels. In diabetics, it's not done properly because their liver is busy removing toxins, lipsticks, deos, sugar, junk food, plastic water, chlorine in water, etc. The liver has around 500 functions. Better your liver by detoxing and eating superfoods which lower estrogen and raise testosterone. How to reverse fatty liver. Do the above and start consuming coconut oil, ghee, grass-fed butter. Start with 50 grams and after 20 days, 100 grams, and then after 15 days, 200 grams. See if fats are digested well in your body. Be careful and your fatty liver will be normal. Remember, have fats alone with salads and veggies, not with carbs, and you will get the result because when you eat fats, your pancreas releases glucagon, which is a fat-burning hormone, unlike insulin, which is a fat-storing hormone. So to get a fatty liver, you need your pancreas to secrete more insulin and to reduce the fatty liver caused by fructose or alcohol. You need your liver to release glucagon, which is a fat burner by definition. Next, bipolar. The cure for bipolar is stopping all carbs and getting on a high-fat diet and have the following supplements: L-tyrosine 5, HTP niacin. Be careful if getting hot flashes, reduce or stop. Goji berries because they have lithium, orotate vitamin K2, check D3, B12. If less, supplement GABA krill oil, melatonin chaga, mushroom chocolate with stevia, not sugar. Because doctors say that the brain is not able to make the above essential chemicals, and the brain chemistry is messed up, causing irritation, anger, and depression. So when you give them enough cholesterol, the body starts making those missing chemicals and hormones. Cholesterol, as Disyags, is a great tool for anyone, let alone bipolar people. So high fat and enough greens to keep the body alkaline. Take magnesium, kelp, ACE, potassium, citrate to make the body alkaline. Following the basics can do wonders, but please make sure that a very responsible person is handling all this. One must not cheat by having sugar, etc. Again, moderation kills. Stop sugar, carbs, refined oils, and processed foods. Otherwise, live in misery and die in misery. Sorry, we live in a cause and effect world, and the natural laws don't know if your mom is bipolar or your dad is. It works according to the natural laws. Give the body what it needs and it heals itself. Give it what it's not designed for and it crumbles. The brain is around 60% omega-3 fats. And how is the bipolar patient, having omega-3s? Fish is the worst way to have it because most fish have high mercury levels, and you need to eat 400 grams of walnuts. So the best option is krill oil and grass-fed butter and eggs. Meat is not suggested because it's estrogenic due to the injections are given and constipation and anger that comes with the spoiled meat in the cities. Yes, wild meat is good, but still bipolars get manic, so it's advisable to avoid meat. Remember the importance of minerals like zinc, manganese, copper, etc. is crucial for the health of all people you love because these turn on the good genes. Use resveratrol also to activate good genes and for longevity. Next, stevia. Make sure it's stevia boiled in water and strained, not stevia white powder, which has sugar, alcohol, erythritol. This is very powerful. Most people are having 97% erythritol and 3% stevia and are thinking they are having sugar-free stevia. Be careful of this and spread the word. Next, medicines are for people who are dependent on them because they lack flexibility, acceptance, and are stuck in their heads for people with flexibility, low ego levels. They can change their habits to change their blood tests, weight, etc. Meditation helps in making people know how irrelevant they are in the whole scheme of things, and then people can look for options to change their habits and change their results. Logic really helps. Emotions won't help. The people who are on medication are never off it. Medicines are great and useful in emergency situations, and when we take medication for fever or cold, medicine is spoiling us, making us rely on it for short-term gain. The body is increasing the core temperature to maybe kill some virus or bacteria, and we eat medicines to reduce that fever. Whereas some intelligent people take far infrared, sauna, and steam baths for increasing the core temperature of the body for killing what's not human cells in the body. So medicines have their place, but we must only fall for them, knowing well that we are not taking full responsibility for our health. There are always more options, but one has to look for them. Massive action is the cure-all. The body is more intelligent than the conscious mind of the doctors who keep changing their strategies as science evolves. Doctors are an asset to society because they care and cure with their hearts. The emergency treatments are exceptional. But as we all can, all around us, the diabetes, heart problems, bipolar, high BP, etc., are not 100% cured, but prevented by medicine and kept within limits. Isn't it? Even a doctor will agree to this statement. Even Deepak Chopra is a doctor. We highly respect doctors and appreciate their work. Next, mold. If there is mold in your house, it's very bad because mold enters via your nostrils into your brain and spoils the brain and other parts. Eliminate the chances of mold coming in your house, car, carpets, etc. by making sure you have charcoal on the rooftops and walls, and there must be no water leakage from your house pipes. Watch the documentary Moldy for more info. Next, activated charcoal is negatively charged, which binds to all positively charged particles in your intestines and bring them out via stool. Activated charcoal cannot be absorbed by the intestines. It has to come out in stool, just like edible clay, which functions exactly in the same way. Next, testosterone replacement. When you take exogenous testosterone for long durations, your body stops or reduces the manufacturing of testosterone, which is a bad thing. But for an old man, it's a blessing because anyways, the testes are not producing testosterone because most people have bought the wrong philosophy of not eating healthy fats like coconut oil, ghee, grass-fed butter, eggs, etc. So for these unlucky people, one can contemplate to give them testosterone along with supplements like pine pollen, which has bioavailable testosterone, shilajit, maca root, etc. And once we get the levels to 800, we can either stop it or reduce it and ask the old person to exercise more and start eating healthy fats and stop eating roadies, which cause Alzheimer, dementia in the long term. Because the refined grains in roadies, even in mixed added ones, means instant extra glucose for the brain, which disturbs the electricity flow in the brain, disturbing the hormones, etc. Why testosterone must be high? Because it gives one a feeling of well-being, decreases anger, which comes with high-protein diet because of ammonia release in the body, and also sugar and roadies because of the high insulin release. This also means that insulin release is needed for anger and depression, which is suppressed anger. Think about it logically. When the brain gets erratic amounts of sugar, it gets disturbed and makes the host angry, showing the conscious mind that it's doing something wrong. By the way, shilajit has the most concentrated minerals, and it increases testosterone by providing the body minerals. Chaga is ranked 2 on this list of having concentrated minerals. Same with HGH, human growth hormone. One more thing, fasting will not increase HGH in all cases, because while fasting, in some cases, the body starts eating itself, and HGH is a protein-sparing hormone. If HGH is high, you will not lose muscle while fasting, and HGH will go up even more. But if HGH is low, it's very difficult to bring it up without meditating, working out, and sprinting. Next, cholesterol is needed by every cell in your body for many functions, especially creating hormones like VIT-D, up to testosterone and chemicals in the brain. And it is only present in non-veggie foods and not in plants. The best source of cholesterol, according to Ayurveda, is ghee. The medium-chain triglycerides in it help in giving the body energy, and the cholesterol helps in the formation of hormones. Other best source is eggs by grass-fed chickens, because grass-fed chickens have more cholesterol, and vitamins like K2, D3, B12. Your liver makes cholesterol when it is given excess glucose, and it makes triglycerides when it gets fructose. Why would it do that? Is there something wrong in human beings' liver? Or is it that we don't know how to use our body in our favor? It's because the body needs fats. Triglycerides are fat in the blood, and cholesterol is also a form of fat. There is a reason why we have essential fats and proteins. There are no essential carbs. Next, acid-alkaline balance. Most people have an acidic diet because even in this information-filled time, they don't know what all food items are acidic and which are alkaline. ACV and lemon are alkaline, and coffee is highly acidic along with sugar. Raw foods are alkaline, but if you keep having raw fruits, only the fructose in those fruits will make your body acidic. Green juices help a lot in alkalizing your body. Now note that the stomach must be acidic, so by drinking alkaline water, we disturb the pH of the stomach and make it alkaline, thus reducing acid to digest foods better. The small intestines must be alkaline, and the blood must be slightly alkaline. So ACV helps in acid creation in the stomach, HCl is in the stomach. So avoid alkaline water machines instead. Next, water. Have spring water in glass bottles because it is the purest form of water untouched by humans. Since 9,000 odd years, spring water springs up from the depths of the earth and has been recycled naturally, and has a pH of around 6. As soon as you get up, drink 1 bottle of water because you were sleeping for around 9 hours and did not drink water, and your body's around 90% water. After freshening up, drink 1 bottle of water with 2 lemons juice squeezed in, because vitamin C enters the cells in the absence of glucose only. So having lemon juice on an empty stomach makes the vitamin C enter the depths of your body, and it's crucial for the heart. Highly recommended for heart patients and people with acidic bodies. On every Sunday, drink only when you are thirsty, and basically, get away with drinking as little water as possible, because this gives time to your kidneys to cleanse and do some other important functions. The kidneys have many functions apart from cleaning water. Water fast once a month. Make it the first of every month. Do not drink water at all, just to make yourself realize the importance of water, because we take things for granted nowadays. Also, it will help your body cleanse. Add 1 pinch of sea salt in all 5 glass bottles of water that you have to drink today, because this salt will make the water enter your cells easily because of the conductivity of the salt. On the glass bottles at home or in office, place stickers which have love, grace, wisdom, empathy, written on them preferentially by children around the age of 7, because water has memory and it gets positively charged when this is done. And whenever you drink water, to try to subconsciously feel grateful for having the privilege of drinking water. 90% of your body and earth is water. Next, toxins. Garlic. Garlic is a dangerous compound because it has some sulfur-containing particles, which enter the blood-brain barrier and kill brain cells. Also, garlic is an antimicrobial substance. You must use it in your garden to kill insects, but not in your body, because it also kills the healthy bacteria. After quitting eating garlic, you might see the following changes: clarity of mind, no lethargic afternoons, no body odor. Plastic containers. Get rid of all the plastic containers from your kitchen because it's made up of petroleum and all foods breathe, and you don't want them to breathe plastic. Aluminum vessels. Aluminum is a toxin for the human body. When you fry or cook in Al vessels, you ingest some of the Al in the vessels, so get rid of the aluminum vessels. Also use ceramic knives because steel knives also leave steel particles on the vegetables, etc., that you cut, and you ingest these steel particles, giving your liver one more task. To remove steel, Al, plastic from the body, the liver has around 500 functions. No fluorine toothpaste, because fluorine is known as a toxin which blocks your pineal gland of third eye, blocking your intuition and clarity of mind, just like garlic, which was used to rub on arrows to kill enemies in the old days. Chlorine in water is also a toxin which the municipal authorities add to kill bacteria. And when we bathe with that chlorine-filled water, the healthy bacteria on our scalp die. And this leads to hair falls. Use a shower dechlorinator to remove the chlorine from municipal water, which has been added with good intentions to kill the bacteria in water supply, which is necessary. Next, salts. Use white salt only on Saturdays as a cheat day. On the other days, use Himalayan salt for cooking and sea salt to add on top of food if needed. Salt is good for you, unlike sugar. Eat as much as you like. Listen to your body and be intuitive as to how much salt to have. Add a pinch of sea salt to your water so that the cells absorb water easily, because the sea salt increases the conductivity of the water and superhydrates your cells. The dry skin people have at the end of lower extremities like toes and heels is because there is less hydration in those cells and lack of nutrition, and those cells die, leaving dead skin. Salts are necessary for iodine. Other sources of iodine are kelp and some other seaweeds. Use black salt and green juices because black salt is rich in minerals, but is not as good as Himalayan salt, not to be confused with pink salt. Himalayan salt has around 81 minerals in it. It's a key ingredient for your best health ever. Next, chew every bite 32 times. Because when we chew, two major things happen. One, the food gets digested better, and second, when you chew green leaves, your nitrates reserves are replenished, which is great for heart health. Next, feedback mechanism means that if you drink lots of water, your body will excrete water knowing that it gets water regularly, and if you eat enough fats, healthy please, your body will let go of fat stored because it knows that it is getting fats for the brain and liver, etc. regularly. It doesn't work for all things, but works for some things. Please don't generalize. Think logically with as many distinctions as humanly possible. If you go for a sauna and sweat a lot, or play any cardio games and sweat hard, have you ever noticed that you don't go to the toilet much often? That's because the body sees that you are losing water and it hangs on to the last drop of water you have. Even though you are gulping on water bottles and lemon juice, etc., walking and exercising does not help in reducing fat and diseases. When you do cardio, you burn fat for the duration of the walking exercise, playing cricket, etc., and for the rest of the 23 hours you burn glucose. Whereas when you sprint or do intense exercise, you are burning glucose, which is taken from glycogen reserves from your liver and muscles. And for the rest of the 23 hours, you are burning fat. And if reducing body fat is the ultimate aim, try this strategy to get results effortlessly. Eat 200 grams of any of the following fats: ghee, coconut oil, Kerrygold butter, and don't do any exercise. Just remember, you cannot have carbs and fruits at all. You will lose body fat for certain. Again, fats help burn fats because the pancreas releases glucagon, which burns fats. And carbs make the pancreas release insulin, which is a fat-storing hormone. as mentioned in ninth standard science textbooks. Make sure that you eat enough greens to keep your body alkaline. Next, sitting is a disease-forming act. It's also referred to as the new smoking. Put a reminder in your iPhone right now which says, get up and walk, jump, do 5 squats, and make it repeat every 20 minutes. The sitting in front of laptops for hours is deadly because the blood circulation is almost nil. We were designed to hunt and gather and be in the open. But our bodies don't know and have not yet evolved to master the city life. The mind evolves faster than the body. We must know how to reconcile our body and mind in this migration from the jungles to the cities. We were in the jungles for about some million years, and this city life is recent, about 10,000 years or so. Also, as a side note, we must understand that using the reptilian brain in the city is not smart because we have tremendous technologies and we can be one human family if we use our prefrontal cortex more in the cities, acceptance, patience, kindness, compassion, etc. Our bodies and minds are slowly migrating from jungles to city technologies and design. We must make this transfer smooth and understand that this universe is not designed for humans alone, and we must craft our transition intelligently. Next, CFL. The mercury in CFL and LED lights is detrimental for our brain, as we all know that mercury is a toxin for the human body. Use good old Thomas Edison bulbs. The CFLs do save electricity, maybe because we have not physically checked the reduction in electricity bills, but they are not suitable for eyes because the mercury is not good, and when the CFLs break inside the house or in the garbage, it's toxic for the environment. That's why when it breaks, people use a mask to clean it. Well, at least the people who know the toxicity. Potential of mercury. Next, aluminum sheets on walls of your bedroom because this stops the cell phone and Wi-Fi radiations from hitting your body because you can use an ampere meter to check the electricity in your body. Normally, it is less like 0.02. When you turn on the Wi-Fi, it comes up to 2.0. So aluminum sheets basically stop the EMFs from hitting your body for at least the time you are asleep. How valuable is this advice? Now, how to take calls on your phone in emergency. Put your iPhone outside your room and use some device which transfers the sound of your phone if it rings to your room like a baby hearing device, and make sure you use wires or cords to connect the device. Otherwise, it might not work because of the AL sheets. Also, while walking long distances, use an AL foil and wrap around your iPhone for reducing the EMFs around your phone and private parts of your body. Don't heat up your phone. Please be very careful while doing this because you don't want your phone to explode. It has never been done before. Be very careful with this AL foil around your iPhone experiment. Use EMF filters in your home and office and also on your iPhone because it stops the dirty electricity. Also, shut down the main power supply of your home in winters while sleeping. And if you want a heater use, can burn wood or coal and let it be smoke-free, and then keep the ashes in your room and keep the window open for the unburnt particles to escape. Also, you will get fresh air. Why asking you to turn off power? Because the wires have electricity waiting to be switched on, and you don't want electric wires near your head while sleeping for 9 odd hours because it disturbs your brain frequencies. Put a copper wire clean in your water purifier because most of us are deficient in copper, and it's a very useful mineral for a lot of things, like activating enzymes. And as you know, enzymes are the fountain of youth because better digestion means cleaner guts and better nutrition for the cells. Have a Sabgol 1 spoon every day for better bowel movements. Every day consume 1 tablespoon of sauerkraut, basically fermented foods like cabbage, beets, etc., because these are rich in probiotics, which we need badly because most of us have had too many antibiotics which kill the healthy bacteria in our gut along with the bad bacteria and viruses. So we need to replenish our good bacteria. We are around 90% bacteria and around 10% human cells, according to Naveen Jain, a billionaire who founded Viome for checking. Please visit www.viome.com. Currently, they don't operate in India, but basically they check your gut bacteria and let you know which macros you must consume, like complex carbs, fats, proteins. Next, DC chicken eggs are better than normal eggs because the normal eggs are of hybrid chickens. Remember, eggs are a brilliant source of D3, K2, B12, omega-3s. But the chickens must get some minerals in the soil, and it must eat green grasses and different leaves for this to happen. If they are grain-fed, the eggs are not that nutritious, even if the chicken is desi. If you have space in your farmhouse, please keep some desi chickens and appoint some people. Give them jobs and sell extra eggs, not for the money, but for helping yourself and some relatives and friends with vit B12, D3, K2 deficiency. Next, no screen day. Once a week, have a no screen day. Let your eyes relax and be natural. Next, sun gazing. Appreciate the sun and be grateful to it because it's powering every creature not only on Earth, all over the solar system. Maybe. Next, no. Eating, drinking in planes because the food is not fresh and the water's in plastic. Bottles and the coffee water stays in the mold and rust, could be filled containers. So avoid eating also because your circadian rhythms are going through changes. And when you land, look at the sun gaze, for 15 minutes or so to realign your circadian rhythms. Powerful tool. Your liver needs fats to regenerate, so eat enough healthy fats, especially coconut oil. Get up early, sleep at 9, don't eat after 5 p.m., because as the metabolism gets slower as the sun sets. Next, the lymphatic system is bigger than the circulatory system and has no pump like the heart, which acts as a pump for the circulatory system. We need to detox the lymphatic system by doing body massages, including facial deep tissue massages, acupressure, jumping on a trampoline, walking, and running. Next, treadmill desk. Install it in your office and keep walking at speed 1 or 0.5 and keep doing your work. Remember, everything is tough before it's easy. It's a good habit to have, otherwise get stuck in your chair and keep your legs down for 9 to 10 hours. At least find out yourself a mechanism in which you can cross your legs if you can't install a treadmill desk. Next, trampoline is used to jump on to move the lymphatic system because the lymphatic system doesn't have any pump, like the blood circulation system has the heart. So when we walk, exercise, and jump on a big trampoline, we detox our lymphatic system. The bigger the trampoline, the better, because the higher you jump, the better it is. Next, oil pulling is a technique in which you swish around organic virgin coconut oil in your mouth for 2 to 3 minutes and then spitting it out. This sucks toxins out of your mouth and esophagus. Next, massage. A body massage every 3 to 4 days is an asset for blood circulation and moving the lymph nodes. Also get acupressure done before the massage and then enter the sauna for maximum toxin elimination. Next, squat shit. Always when you freshen up, sit in Indian toilet style because the rectum opens up for the stool to pass. It's not natural for humans to sit on shit pots and shit. The future generations might shit while sleeping using a hover to suck out the stool. Be natural. Even your parents or grandparents must have used Indian style. Don't generalize. There are some benefits of westernization and there are some demerits. Sitting on the shit pot with legs open causes varicose veins because when we exert pressure to pass stool, especially if we are constipated. Insights from the 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. Slow carb diet. Cut white carbs to burn fat efficiently. 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking boosts metabolism. Ice baths for fat loss. Accelerate fat burn through thermogenesis. Minimal effective dose workouts. Achieve more in less time. Tracking progress weekly. Data drives decisions. Cheat days strategically. Reset leptin levels. Kettlebell swings. Full body strength and fat loss. Paginated eating. Smaller portions throughout the day. Polyphasic sleep experiments. Maximize rest efficiency. Supplements stack. PAGG. Accelerate fat loss with smart supplementation. Healing insights from Effortless Healing by Dr. Mercola. Eat more raw foods. Enzymes in raw foods aid digestion and healing. Avoid processed oils. Stick to natural fats like olive oil and coconut oil. Optimize vitamin D levels. Regular sun exposure boosts immunity. Drink structured water. Hydrate with clean, mineral-rich water. Limit antibiotics. Protect your gut microbiome. Daily movement over intense workouts. Gentle daily activity promotes healing. Grounding daily. Walk barefoot to reduce inflammation. Intermittent fasting supports metabolism and cell repair. Eat organic whenever possible. Avoid toxins in food. Prioritize restful sleep. It is vital for detox and rejuvenation. Insights from Dr. Robert Lustig on fructose and alcohol. Fructose acts like alcohol in the liver. Both are processed similarly, leading to fatty liver disease. Limit fructose intake. Excess fructose can cause insulin resistance. High fructose increases triglycerides, raising the risk of heart disease. Fructose bypasses appetite control, leading to overeating. Alcohol and fructose deplete liver energy, causing fatigue and poor metabolism. Reduce sugary drinks, protect your kidneys and liver. Fructose increases uric acid, leading to kidney stones. Alcohol and fructose impair detox pathways, burdening your liver. Choose whole fruits over juices for fiber and reduced sugar absorption. Prioritize liver health. Cut sugar, fructose, and alcohol for longevity. Health hacks from Dr. Eric Berg Keto. Diet benefits: burn fat efficiently by minimizing carbs. Intermittent fasting mastery. Extend fasting windows for metabolic health. Apple cider vinegar daily aids digestion and lowers blood sugar. Potassium-rich foods. Regulate blood pressure and fluid balance. Liver detoxification. Consume cruciferous vegetables for liver health. Electrolyte balance. Essential for energy and hydration. Limit hidden sugars. Avoid insulin spikes. Improve insulin sensitivity through regular exercise and low-carb eating. Support adrenal health. Reduce stress and optimize sleep. Nutrient-dense foods. Prioritize quality over quantity. The power of vegetables and vegetable juices. Detoxify your body naturally. Veggie juices help flush out toxins. Boost immunity. Rich in vitamins like C and A. Enhance digestion. Fiber in vegetables aids bowel movements. Improve skin health. Antioxidants provide a natural glow. Support heart health. Leafy greens help lower blood pressure. Anti-inflammatory properties. Reduce chronic inflammation with veggies. Weight management. Low calories, high nutrients. Hydration boost. Cucumbers and celery provide hydration. Energy elevation. Nutrient-dense veggies fuel your body. Alkalize your body. Green vegetables help maintain pH balance. Deposit your stem cells. You can use them in case of a knee injury or other things. Research on it, search Tim Ferriss on stem cells. Also Rhonda Patrick on stem cells. Donate blood every year or every 6 months. The main thing for good health is hormones. Get a comprehensive blood test done and optimize your hormones. But be very careful. Don't overdose anything. HGH, testosterone, and more. If you are a heart patient, get EECP done after consulting a non-invasive doctor. Silica is a good for your skin, and it is really found any food or anywhere else, so you must supplement it. Supplements for heart patients. Vitamin K2 to mobilize the calcium from the bloodstream and blockages into wherever it's needed. Vitamin K2 is fat-soluble, so have it along at a high-quality krill oil. Magnesium, vitamin D3, IP6, ubiquinol, CoQ10. Don't leave your doctor prescribed medicines until your doctor says that you stop any of them. The power of autosuggestion. Autosuggestion is your ultimate tool. Repeating these health principles daily embeds them into your subconscious. Conclusion. Your journey to unstoppable health begins now. Victory is always possible for the person who refuses to stop fighting. Adopt these principles, take massive action, and witness your transformation. Tony Robbins often says, the path to success is to take massive, determined action. Imagine hearing these life-changing strategies every day, fueling your mind while you drive, walk, or rest. The next chapter is decision. You must decide that you want the health that you're looking for, and the meaning of decision is to you have to cut off from the junk food, the sugar, the refined carbs, the rancid oils, the eating in restaurants, eating late at night. Not sleeping early, sleeping in the day. You have to cut off from all these things and more. Because if even you want to have a cheat day, That means that you have not decided to take care of your health long term. Your mother loves you so much that she wouldn't want to give you poison. So why would you give your body slow poison in the form of junk food? So your decision should be final and 100% so that your subconscious mind is influenced and start giving you plans and moving you in the right direction towards eating healthy and eating little quantities of food and adding more greens, veggies to your meals. Remember, psychology is 80% success and the strategies are just 20%. So this book is working on your psychology also and giving you the strategies. Also, remember winners never quit and quitters never win. If your plan does not work in the first attempt, you must change your plan and retry and keep changing your plan until it works for you and you achieve your health goal. Persistence comes because of your decision that you must attain it no matter what. There is a notion going on that you should let your friends know about your health journey and keep them in the loop so that you are accountable to them. Don't do this. You are only responsible for your health. Try to do it all alone because it's a solo game that you are playing. You do not have a group of people to run with or cycle with. It's very simple. Either you want to do it or not. You need the support of people, and then you have to talk to them. Then you have to waste your energy, and then you have to socialize, and socializing comes with snacks and drinks. So keep your vision to yourself. Don't share it with anybody. Let people know that you're busy when you are practicing your routine. And one more thing. Don't keep on measuring your success. Don't let yourself know that you're succeeding until you have the habits ingrained in your routine and you become a tough person who is considered to be consistently doing all the activities required to be healthy in the long term. Don't think that you have made it because this causes a break in your efforts and stops the momentum. You need momentum and force, and you need to keep on. Don't measure your success. Don't congratulate yourself. Don't celebrate. Don't celebrate little wins. Just keep on going, and also remind yourself that you are not a doer. It's happening automatically because the subconscious mind is in favor to make you healthy. And also God, the infinite intelligence, is also wanting to make you healthy, so things are happening. Don't celebrate for the 10,000 steps you have done or eating of the salads. Just make sure that you understand this concept that you are not the doer. It's happening, so don't take credit, but make sure to take the debit if you don't do a task on a certain day, which you are supposed to do in your plan. That means you are at fault and you will be meeting with failure soon, because this not doing of the task will add up to your total and it will make your health go down. Do you think your favorite health expert or guru or actor must be following this? You bet. Now let's talk about decision. Lack of decision is their major cause of failure. Procrastination is the opposite of decision, and procrastination is the enemy which practically every man must conquer. You have an opportunity every day to walk 10,000 steps and test your capacity to reach quick decisions. While making your list or following a routine, you should reach your decision fast promptly, like you are going to the gym. And if you want to change the decision, change it slowly. You mustn't impulsive thing that today I'm not going to the gym because my friend is coming over, etc. The majority of people who fail to attain good health are generally easily influenced by the opinion of others. They permit the video, reels, gossiping people influence them. Opinions are the cheapest commodities on earth. Everyone has a flock of opinions and is ready to be put upon anyone who will accept them. If influenced by opinions, when you reach decisions, you will not succeed any undertaking, much less than in the attainment of good health. If you are influenced by opinions of others, you will have no desire of your own. When you begin to put in practice the principle described here by reaching your own decisions and following them, take no one into your confidence. Close friends and relatives, not meaning to do so, often handicap one through opinions sometimes which is meant to be humorous. Thousands of men and women carry inferiority complex with them throughout life because of some well-meaning but ignorant person who destroyed their confidence through opinions. If you are one of them, think of that instance when someone ridiculed you. Go back in that moment, and as Tony Robbins teaches, reframe your mind, and as Deepak Chopra teaches, the interpretation of the event is the event, or as Wayne Dyer taught, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. Let the person know who ridiculed you, saying you are fat, etc. Go back in that moment, remember that scene, and again listen to that person, and now in your mind say, forgive him, God, because he doesn't know what he is saying. I am a pure love, and I can do anything. I need no one's approval because infinite intelligence or God is within me, and I know that God is within that person also, and I forgive him because it's my interpretation that was wrong. I can reframe that comment to be inspiring and work to get fit. You get the point. You have a brain and mind of your own. Use it and reach your own decisions. If you need more information or want to do some research on some particular topic, do it online and look for a mentor who knows about that topic, like Peter Attia or Rhonda Patrick. Don't go for your local, national influencer, but go for international influencers like Dr. Josh, Axe, Dave Asprey, etc. And you secretly learn that tactic or strategy, and don't share it with anybody. Because if you share it with somebody else and he or she says that it doesn't work, it will influence you. Just practice the strategy told by the person. Supposing Dave Asprey says that you have to wear blue blocker glasses at night, do that. Practice it and see if you get the results the long term. If you feel better with the blue blocker, glasses continue, otherwise stop. It's very simple. This whole thing is based on cause and effect. You can practice a strategy for some time, and if you get positive results out of it, okay? Otherwise, you can quit and try the next strategy, but make sure your mind doesn't fool you, but it will not if you have trained it well to get you to attain health. Health is not wealth, health is health. The next chapter is persistence, the sustained effort necessary to induce faith to attain good health. Persistent is an essential factor in the procedure of converting desire into its physical equivalent. The basis of persistence is the willpower. The power of will and desire properly combined make an unstoppable pair. Conserve your thinking energy by focusing on what you want. Health, meaning in your daytime whenever you are free, when you're not working, when you're not with your family, you're working on your health, thinking about it. You must only entertain thoughts that are going to be good for your health and not deteriorate. Don't waste your energy, thinking power, and imagination on movies and reels instead. Imagining that you are getting healthier and fitter and going for an early morning jog or going cycling with your family next Sunday, etc. The more you visualize, the more you give it power, and the more you will be able to do it easily. Don't use that thinking power, that leisure time, to watch movies and reels and news unnecessarily. I'm not saying that you should not watch news and read WSJ articles or other things and watch movies, but first give priority to your health. Give some time for your thinking faculty, like imagination, creativity, and your subconscious mind, to work and direct your efforts into that direction that you may do. The task is required, like you have to go to the sauna. And I must mention that you need not exert your while you in the sauna. Once you feel uncomfortable, you can come outside. While you're in the gym, once you are lifting and you're feeling uncomfortable, stop and see a doctor. We all know that many people are dying of heart attacks because of exertion nowadays, so make sure that this doesn't happen to you. Gradually increase your stamina. Implement these things gradually. You must use your intelligence by implementing all these things, like taking supplements. You must take them gradually and progressively, and if you want to increase them, the doses, do it under supervision of a good health expert or a doctor who understands supplements. So if you gradually adopt the strategies, and you can see progressively results in your health, and you can keep going. And also, I would suggest you that you make a 2-year plan, not a 1-month plan or a 6-month plan, but a 2-year plan as to how you will get to the health you're desiring, because it's a lifetime job you're doing. You're not doing it for the next 6 months or 1 year. Even if you attain the health you desire, after 2 years, it might be a six-pack or better skin or better calf muscles. Speed is not the name of the game when it comes to health. Do it gradually, because we don't know how much you are damaged from inside, how much mercury toxicity, how much aluminum, how many perfumes you have used, which are clogging your capillaries, etc. So do gradually, do everything. Gradually take activated charcoal spoon alternate days to start off. Go to the gym twice a week to start off. Walk 10,000 steps on alternate days. Jump on a trampoline on an empty stomach once a week to start off. I hope you're getting my message. The reason why we are not supposed to sleep on our back is not that whatever your mom has told you, but we get nightmares while we are sleeping on our back because the blood flow is reduced to some parts of the body, and the brain has the power to create nightmares so that you wake up and you sleep by your side. We are using a brain which is under evolution, and this is the same brain that our ancestors used to use in the jungles. It is working on the principle of survival, and the brain also gives hallucinations to people who are malnutritioned, because hallucinations means that the person who is sick, who is malnutrition, and having other problems in the body will talk to somebody around him or her and let them know that he can see ghosts, etc. That is to say that they are being hallucinated by the brain, and once they talk to somebody else around them, the person can assist to the patient and give him water or food or some other therapy so that she gets better. This is the strategy of the brain to attract people around you who might be busy in their work so that they can feed you water or food. This also happens that people who have low sugar levels get angry very easily. That's another way of letting people around. You know that you need to eat something and you're getting jittery and angry very easily. So you must understand the principle of the working of the body in this context, that you are using a brain and body of your ancestors, which was used in the jungle. And in the jungle, the main thing was to survive because food was scarce. People used to hunt and gather, and gatherings and hunting food used to be finished soon. So that's why our brain, even though we are living in the cities with food in the fridge and lots of reserves, our brain is still making us to believe in little things. This is the reason why you are wondering that why is your brain making you go towards the small things? Like, for example, why did somebody not let you go first while you're driving? Or why did your colleague say that to you when she shouldn't have said that to you? All this little petty things are bothering you because our brain is of our ancestors. And in the jungle, every little thing counted. But now when we have reserves of money and food in the fridge, and friends and resources and helpful people are around, our brain is still unknowingly fooling us. So this is the answer. So you might be speaking. Read this section again. This is very helpful. This might solve a lot of your problems and also top up this strategy with balancing and regulating your hormones first, with food, exercise, and if not possible that way, after 6 months of trying that, take some exogenous hormones, testosterone, HGH, etc., but under supervision of a good health coach or a doctor. Remember, I am not a doctor, and whatever is mentioned in this book is not meant to cure or diagnose any disease or illness. You know why you get so many ideas while bathing it is because you're grounded, because the water is coming from the ground and is touching your skin, and you're grounded for that period. That's why your body's so relaxed and you get such good ideas. I understand that you must be thinking because of water also, and getting fresh also, that's also a part of it. But you are unknowingly getting grounded because of the electrons are coming from the water, hitting your skin from the ground. So that helps you think better. Lower your inflammation and relaxes you, so you must sleep on grounding mat and make sure that the grounding mat is connected to a socket, which is grounding. Fun fact, do you know that the stars which have exploded millions of years ago, their electrons are still passing Earth and hence your body? Your body is electric. It needs minerals to conduct electrical signals. Just imagine if it's daytime, if you can see the sunlight. The sunlight has been released by the sun 8 minutes 20 seconds earlier, which is hitting your skin. And this is the same sunlight, which is also going towards the other side of the sun right now. And the sun is also moving in its orbit in the Milky Way galaxy. I hope you already know that now. So where are you living in a very mysterious and rich universe? And when you meditate, you are getting in touch with that universe, because ultimately, deep down, you are the universe, as you can see. You are living in it. So this is inferential evidence that you are the universe because you are living inside of it. You're using a body which is inside of it. Even if you can't understand these things like about meditation, and you are the universe just trying to say and think about it and think on those lives whenever you're free, whenever you palling about life, whenever you are minding in a holiday, just say to yourself that you are the universe. Just think about responded. Let your mind wander in that direction, because this also has a healing effect on your body. Remember, all suffering is cause of not knowing who you are. This is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, and Deepak Chopra also teaches this, and it is mentioned in other places also. So ultimately, you are the universe. If you think about it and let your mind wander in that direction, you heal automatically because all your diseases are held by you. The person who was thinking about those diseases, as Eckhart Tolle, has taught us that you are not the thinker. It is my wish and my prayer that after reading this ebook, you watch your phone for only 1 minute, like Elon Musk watches his phone for only 1 minute every day. And whenever you have spare time, you read books from Eckhart Tolle, Deepak Chopra, and other mentors of your choice. You must have a team of mentors who can help you and guide you how to live this life. Because as Will Smith has taught us, that every problem you face has been already faced by somebody else, and he has written about it in a book. So Run and Read is just not a philosophy, it's a true way to succeed, just like Will Smith. So as we were talking about, the sun is sending its light all over, but not only to the earth. So just imagine everybody living on the earth right now, and everybody has ever lived, and everybody who will ever live on this earth after you die will use the sunlight in all the resources that you are using. Some of the atoms right now in your body were in the body of Jesus Christ, as Deepak Chopra's taught us. So you must understand that you are entangled with the universe in many different ways, and in terms of time, in terms of matter. And I would again urge you to think on those lines that you are the universe, because this will heal your body and make your ego less powerful and make your mind's grip on you weaker as you keep meditating and keep pondering on the thought that you are the universe and reading books about it by people like Deepak Chopra, Eckhart Tolle, Wayne Dyer, UG, Krishnamurti, Jiddu Krishnamurti, Napoleon Hill, and more. Another thought that might be coming to your mind is that if I am the universe, it's okay, but I have to earn money and live on this planet till I live using this body. This is very true. This is where this book will help you master your health so that your body is under your control and performing swiftly and has a lot of energy so that you can do whatever you want to do in your lifetime as a human being. You have to serve your family. You have to serve your people around you by doing a job or a business, and you have to add value to whatever you do. For that, good health is a must. So repeat all these things to you and keep listening to this audiobook so that it gets into your subconscious mind and you act accordingly. The secret to living is giving is what Tony Robbins has taught us. So the more energy you have, the more you will be able to serve the people around you and the more successful you will get in whatever you're doing. The cause and effect and karma always work for everybody, and that is a law of attraction. So if you're getting angry or frustrated, very easily since the last 1 year or 2 years or even 10 years, just listen to this very carefully. Your body is missing minerals and your hormones are imbalanced, and there might be some toxins in your body. All these problems can be solved by having green juices to get rid of the toxins, and with the green juices, without fruits, the minerals will also be added to your system. So have a green juice every day and don't do anything in excess, like having 1 to 2 liters of juices in a single day. And then after detoxing, you can maintain your body by having good quality meats and healthy food. And do this for 1 year after that. You might not get all this negative thoughts and frustration and angry easily. And also remember one thing, walking is the best exercise and laughter is the best medicine. Because when you laugh at the cortisol levels go down and you became healthy automatically. You must be aware that many people have used laughter therapy to heal diseases. So keep laughing because happiness is good. There's a thing about happiness you must know, which Wayne Dyer taught us. It is this: there is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. The brain uses most of the energy produced in the body, and if anyone overthinks, they burn more calories. Overthinking, meaning overthinking, like, why did he say this to me when I have done so much for him, etc., and other relationship dramas and what goes on in your mind after a bad conversation with a loved one or spouse, etc. One thing to remember here is we are in a relationship to give and not take, taught by Tony Robbins. Another thing is that you must move like walk or jog or go to the gym, etc., and not overthink, knowing very well that the person who is meant for you will stay, and your self-talk must be intelligent, for example. If he or she is not here, then why am I talking to that person in my mind? If you overthink about the relationship, etc., read The Unlimited Power by Tony Robbins. So the brain uses most of your money. You might not have thought of it like this earlier. You are working for money and then feeding your body, fats, carbs, proteins, etc., And then when you overthink, your brain uses up calories and hence your money. So the people who are thinking less and not overthinking much are saving not only their health, but also money. When the brain uses less energy, the body gets energy to heal itself and detox, etc. That's why meditate on the thought that you are the universe. Let your body heal and rejuvenate. What is the state of least excitation? It means you don't think of the next thing. You don't follow your mind's instructions for you while reading this or cooking, etc. You are the master of your mind. FOMO or overambition, etc. You must recognize how your mind fools you, because the mind is an entity, a living entity which tries to pull you down. It's mainly using 2 to 3 strategies like FOMO or some other. You need to recognize how your personal mind is fooling you most of the time to be less productive and overthink and making you go away from your loved ones by showing you that they are your enemies. Unknowingly, of course. And you get frustrated when your loved ones don't cooperate, etc. Remember, Pogo taught us we have found our enemy and the enemy is us. You must read books by Wayne Dyer, like your erroneous zones, etc., to find out how the ego works. Also, the 80-20 rule means this. When you have identified the 20% things you need to do to get 80% positive results, write them down and repeat to yourself. No need to add any more knowledge to your mind. Like meditate 10 minutes, walk 10,000 steps, gym 3 times a week, 1 hour, sauna once a week, 15 to 60 minutes depending on your capacity, and drink 4 liters of water, etc. Then focus on the above list and don't watch home remedies to cure cold, etc. By watching reels on health and reading more books, you are overthinking and overanalyzing and wasting your body's energy. Try and find more strategies after 6 months of implementation of what you already know, not just after 4 to 5 days. Seeds take time to germinate, some sunlight, some water, some nutrients, and the seeds and plants grow. Thank God they don't watch reels and videos, etc. As this book suggests, do the basics. That's it. Let us explain anger and the susceptibility towards negative thoughts and not being able to focus, which ultimately leads to madness. All of these is because your brain knows that there is less blood circulation because you don't move enough, like walking, jogging, etc. How do we know this for a fact? You may ask, well, when kids take sugary foods, we have all noticed that they get hyper and scream, etc. That's because of the extra energy of that sugar consumed. Also, the brain wants to burn that energy. When older people take sugary foods, they don't move and scream as much as the kids do. And when this happens often, the brain works on a strategy. And it somehow makes one greedy, like watch more videos, reels, etc., gossip more. It now wants to expend that extra glucose on thinking. And we all know that thinking uses up energy. Your brain uses most of the energy of the body. As a side note, the brain is around 60% omega-3 fats. This also explains the working principle of greed 1 in 100 persons, except that they are greedy. Greed works elusively and destroys the host gradually. Make sure that you accept that you are greedy. Then see how your mind is fooling you to do so many tasks in so little time. Resonates with you? I know. Do one thing at a time. By multiple tasking or doing many tasks, you will lose. Now, this sense of doing one thing at a time will come to a person who knows, I emphasize who knows, that he has done the main thing for today, and also in his life he is doing the main task. Then he can focus on one thing at a time, but a mother who is looking after the kids, the house, etc., may find it difficult to do this. But depending on your life situation and stage, you have to talk to yourself intelligently and make sure you are not greedy and are relaxed most of the time. In the day, relaxed mentally. I hope you got the point. If not, move on and keep listening to this book. Maybe next time you will understand what's being explained here. Accept whatever is and be grateful for whatever and whoever you have. To conclude this book, we are creatures of habit. The more we repeat to ourselves what we want and the things to do to accomplish that desire, we get familiar with those things to do and those thoughts when you repeat it to yourself that, I walk 10,000 steps every day, or that I ACV just before a meal. When the chance comes or when the conditions are right, you automatically do that activity, like whenever you have the energy to do an activity, because there are many things to do, like from coconut oil pulling or depositing your stem cells or shutting Wi-Fi before sleeping. Remember, you won't and can't do everything in the next 1 month, but program yourself, and by the power of repetition, you can do it all the things to do whenever the opportunity comes. And your mind will remind you to, whatever it is, like shutting off Wi-Fi before sleeping, etc., because we are too busy nowadays. And that's why it's crucial that you don't watch reels and start reading books. And watch reels once a week for 30